Welcome to the collective. So I'm going to build some lights for my LED lights that I made. I made them a while ago, and you could definitely buy them cheaper at the store with the stands already made, but since I have them and they work just fine, and these are what they'll look like, and you'll see them all assembled. These guys, I built the lights so that they would just fit in here, and you just connect them and daisy chain them to a power supply. So, and they usually hung from the greenhouse, but since I got these 800 watt lights now, they're a little too bright for my little seedlings. That's what I'm doing, is making these for my seedlings, my peppers that just arose. So I'm making a custom stand for them using PVC pipe, 1/4 inch and 3/4 of an inch. And you'll see, it'll be kind of cool. I don't know if you'll make something like it, but this should work if you just had this all, you know, one strong pipe made out of 3/4 PVC. You could probably make something for a light, like a fluorescent light. And you know, this is a general purpose stand that I generally use, so we'll see how it goes. I like using PVC because it's like very malleable, like playing with you know, plastic or anything. You can kind of finagle your distances that you want and just kind of cut from it. And I always have spare pieces lying around, it appears. So the only thing you got to remember is this is photosensitive, so eventually you want to use either the gray stuff if you want something a little more permanent, but I always end up making these too permanent. I'm using these to go here to extend my lights a little, because then it goes like this, where it will make the little stand. So you'll see, it'll be all clear, I'm sure. Now I'm using the thicker walled stuff. This is 3/4 because I want a little more strength than the thin walled stuff, which may be a little cheaper. So I got the ones that aren't 10 feet long. I got the ones that were like 6 feet long or 5 feet long. And they're a little more expensive, but I do think that the load of the lights is going to be about maybe 10 pounds. And I don't want to tip over, so it's going to use the weight of the trays, the seed trays, to keep everything in order, keep everything down. So there we go. And again, you can kind of finagle with the, you know, you don't have to get all totally technical, because there's, you know, when you slip it in the spaces, there's going to be some room, and you're not going to carry pressure, like water pressure in here. So, you know, I'm not even really measuring. That's kind of the fun part of this too. Is this good for prototyping if you wanted to make something out of wood later, I guess, and you wanted to see if it worked or whatever. But these pipes work in a pinch. And I'm splitting these in half for the bottom, because they have to go in to these guys here, like that. So they go on the bottom. It'll be like that. And then we'll use these guys for the feet. So you kind of guess, maybe this is the base of the stand. This is where this is going to hide up. So you can kind of see where we're going with this, maybe, I hope. And then we'll just have 2 long pieces, as long as that, you know. Oh, you'll see when the stand's all there. So now you see it on a stand, doing a little more measuring. And the trays will fit under there and put weight, hopefully, on the base. So you can see me here. Here, no glue, nothing. You can take it down if you want. I measured this to this based on the size of the tray that I'm using, which is a typical tray. I'll show you in a minute. And there. I mean, shoot, that should keep my lights up just fine. Let me get you a tray. Of course, now we see that it's too wide. I wanted them to be level up there a little more. So what I'll do is I'll cut these back a little more. And I want them to be even, so I have to make 4 cuts. So maybe that is a disadvantage of not measuring. So you want to make sure you cut the same on both sides, so that the light remains centered over your seed beds. And that's what I like about this too, because you know, if this is wood or you nailed it or something, then you would have had to really deconstruct this thing. So I'll put these back so the thing doesn't fall. There we go. There, see? The tray now sits on top. It'll have weight on it and keep the stand. Or, you know, who knows? Maybe it'll just flip everything over and everything will be ruined in tears. So I don't take any liability for that, but you can always, you know, put weights on it or something, I guess. Use a pencil for fun. I'm not giving this too much sweat. This is like next to nothing in price. Maybe $5 in parts, maybe. Yeah, probably a little more. And you know, if it messes up again, you can always buy new more tubes and try again until you get it right. There. So there we have it, whatever. Good. And then if you're really worried, you can like put these under or whatever, but I'm not worried. So there you have it. I will show you the stand and show you how it works. Okay, after moving some things around, here is the plant stand. This is what it looks like. Pretty sturdy. I had to make some room. I hope the lights will fit because they're long. So we'll see what this is, and you can adjust the stuff. I made some spacers so that you could cut this, you know, and as short as you want and see. So maybe these are too tall. They're going to be over here. But we will see how this all works out. I was perhaps a little too optimistic with my size or the height, because I don't really need them for that. I just need them for little bitty, you know, seedlings like that. So we lowered it quite a bit, but we can always add, you know, the extensions that I cut if it gets taller. But by then, I mean, these guys are going to be outside anyway. Yay, success. All the lights are pointing down. This is the right wavelength for the lights. The center piece that I put in is just, you know, stuck in there. It's not like put in there really with holes or anything. Just to give support for the trays when they get a little more water in there. So we have this supplemental lighting, which is a lot better targeted because it's LEDs for the growth of, you know, we're not just going to grow for all around, we're just growing starts. And it's a lot cheaper than using these guys, which are like 800 watts each. They are induction lighting, and I really don't, look at that, I really don't want to use the electrical bill for that one. So there we go. I'll put my pods on there and you'll see that they'll do just fine. And of course, we're also going to get light here. So from the greenhouse lighting, because the lights are designed not to interfere, because they don't have big hoods. They're designed not to interfere with the light. So they'll get sunlight and they'll get the spectrum lighting. Dugan has a little abscess that we're taking care of with some antibiotics. Poor guy, but he's feeling a lot better. And my chicken, my favorite one, who likes to hang out with me a little more than the other ones, she's very friendly, and she lays eggs, so that's the best part. And she talks to me. This is Super Bowl Sunday, so I guess I should be playing in the cosplay, but I'm not really a big football fan. But I do like my chickens, and I'd rather be out with them.